Hello and welcome to Teal House Farm. Today I'm going to show you two different simple ways that you can make foaming hand soap for your family. So recently I posted a video about 7 ways to make your kitchen more sustainable. I'll link that up here. And a lot of people commented that they would like to see how we make foaming hand soap. It's really simple. It's not complicated at all. It is important to know that in order to have foaming hand soap, you have to have the special foaming hand soap pumps. I think it was $10 for a set of 2, so they were not expensive. These are plastic and they do make ones that are metal, so if you'd like the metal ones, they are more expensive, but it works the same way. Whichever recipe you try, there are going to be a couple things that you do need besides these pumps. You will need mason jars. I use quart jars because it goes a long time between refills, which is nice. You will also need some distilled water. So you can either use your tap water and boil it on the stove and cool it off, or you could use water that you've run through a filter or distilled water that you bought at the store. And you'll need a pot to make it in. But this is definitely something where you could take 30 minutes one time a year and make a, quintuple batch and enough for the whole year. And then you don't have to worry about it again. Just store it in mason jars with the lid tightly on, and when it's time to use it, give it a shake and you'll be ready to go. And now for the recipe. For the first recipe, we are just using liquid Castile soap. The benefit of this recipe is just stupid simple. And I really like Castile soap because it's naturally unscented. It's multi-purpose, so we're going to use it here to make the foaming hand soap, but you can also wash your dog with it, wash your floor with it, wash your counters with it, which is nice. The downside of this is obviously it comes in a plastic bottle, but this is 100% recycled plastic, which is nice. But at the end of the day, you will eventually use all of this and have a bottle left over that needs to be thrown away. For the second recipe, you will need some bar soap. I like bar Castile soap for the same reason I like the liquid Castile soap. Also, it comes wrapped in paper, not plastic, so when you're done, you can compost or burn it. So this is really a zero waste recipe, which is great. If you're making the second recipe, you will also need some sort of grater. I have this awesome 5-sided grater, which is so good for so many things. I'll link it down below if you're looking for something like this. And then for either recipe as an option, if you want a scented final product, you can use some essential oils to add a scent to your soap. So let's go ahead and get started. Annie and JJ are going to help me make this first recipe here. It's very simple. What we need again is just a bottle of liquid Castile soap and about a quart of distilled water. Now you'll notice this is short of a quart, and you'll see why in just a second. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to fill the rest of our quart jar up with the Castile soap. So it'll be about 1/5 soap and 4/5 water. So JJ, you want to help me with that? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's put this in.
What in?
Keep going. And at this point, if you wanted to add some essential oils, you could. A nice fresh combination would be something like lemon and peppermint. A lot of places also have seasonal smells that you might enjoy. Do remember that when you add essential oils, that even though these are natural, these are still potent chemicals. My skin is really sensitive to oils, so I would only put 5 or 6 drops in total. Some people put, 15 or 20 drops in because they really like the smell, but do be aware if you have sensitive skin that even something natural like essential oils can irritate it. So I would recommend start by going easy and go up from there depending on how your skin reacts. Okay, Annie has put the lid on. You want to screw, oh, you screwed it on nice and tight. Good job. All right, so now we are going to give it a shake. Shake, 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 shake. Can you shake it? To get it really mixed. And believe it or not, that is it. Annie, put your hand out there. Woo! Let's try that. Try that again.
Yeah.
There we go. You have a nice foamy hand soap. Okay, for recipe 2, we're going to make a very small batch. If you're wondering what all that noise is you keep hearing, It's this one. I'm trying to keep her busy. But she just talks back to me whenever her cookies run out.
You keep saying mama.
Do you need another cookie?
Says mama a lot.
For the second recipe, we are going to make a very small batch because I already have some. So we are actually only going to use half a bar of the Castile soap. Obviously, if you're wanting to make a large amount, just use multiple bars and make a large amount. But I'll show you how to do it with half a bar to make a small amount. So first we're going to cut it in half, and then we're going to shave it down with our grater. And then we are going to add it to a quart of distilled water in our saucepan and melt it down. There are no more chunkies in the water. It's nice and dissolved, so we are ready for the next step. We're gonna go ahead and turn our heat off. Let me see it. Go.
Thank you.
Just like with the first recipe, it's about 4/5 water, 1/5 soap in order to make the foaming hand soap. All right, Ivy, you wanna help me? Okay, wait just a minute. Now we're gonna go ahead and add the pump. Okay, Ivy, why don't you show us your hand here? Oh, no. I'm gonna put soap on it, not your boo-boo hand. That would probably stink. And from that second recipe, just with that half bar of the Castile soap, I still have quite a bit, almost a quart of undiluted foaming hand soap in here. So you can use this in a regular soap dispenser, you just wouldn't dilute it anymore. Or you could store it in a quart jar, and when you need to refill your foaming hand soap dispenser, you just would give it a shake and use a little bit of it. And again, with that second recipe, if you were wanting to add some essential oils for some smell, you would do it just like you would in the first recipe and add it while you are mixing the soap and the water together. So there you have it. I now have my already filled dispensers plus my backups. So when these need to be changed out, I just move the pumps over, which is great. You will notice there's a slight difference here in the color. The liquid Castile gives us more of a pure white color soap than the solid melted soap did. Also, I will tell you that the solid soap will eventually start to separate, and when you see that, you need to give it a good shake. And if it sits just too long, like I'm talking, 6 months to a year, it'll just kind of solidify and no amount of shaking will break it back up, and then it won't come out your pump. That does not happen with this liquid one. So if you are wanting to make a ton and just not have to worry about making soap again for a long time, the liquid option might be a better option for you. But again, the solid bar option is a totally waste-free formula, which is awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have a favorite essential oils combination for hand soap, I would love to hear it below. I'm always interested in trying new things. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see you next time.